Some match last night, eh? Some tie. My question is, can I counter-attack like Inter do? Probably not in Football Manager, but we're going to try. Inter are a funny team. They don't just counter-attack. Oh no. When they're expected to dominate, they do dominate. And in Serie A this season, they're getting over 2 goals a match. To show this, I've been using this version inspired by that Inter Milan team, with a big emphasis on Denzel Dumfries being the main creative threat, Thuram drifting out wide. Of course, you could use him as a more traditional striker. And as you can see, in games we're expected to win, we absolutely dominate. We're crushing the league. 12 matches played, 11 wins, only 1 draw away to Juventus, 37 goals, only 4 conceded. So yes, not an exact replica, but I want to try something slightly different. I've got the key players involved there, and that's just my inspired version of Inter. However, I'm using a load of meta tactics there, team instructions for Football Manager. I want to try and do what they did against Barcelona, against some bigger teams. We've got Napoli coming up next, away from home. Seems like a good time to try a counter-attacking approach. So what we'll do is we'll use the base tactic, that one, because we know it's good and it works well. We'll copy it over. So now we're going to make a counter-attack version of this for games against the big boys. So the tricky game against Napoli we set up like this. We kept the exact same shape, so we've got a fullback, one side more withdrawn than our main attacking outlet Dumfries, but it all changes in terms of team instructions. In possession we're staying narrow because that's going to help us defend. Focusing play down the right, trying to get that ball to Denzel Dumfries. We up the passing directness to standard, so we're a little bit more direct, dropping down the tempo. In transition, only counter, and the big change out of possession, we drop to a standard line and a mid block. And we're not even going to press either, so we hold our shape a bit better. So defensively we get back into a nice shape. Napoli's struggling to break us down time and time again. They're having to go back to restart moves, and now we quickly end up with a back 5 with a shield in front of them. You may also notice the lack of pressing, the patience that we're giving. So normally you'll see tactics on FM where these guys will bomb forward towards the centre backs, but because we've got it on slightly less often pressing, we're holding our shape more, waiting for the best opportunities. When the opportunity comes to win the ball back, we do that, and then this is where it gets interesting, because Dumfries, our main attacking outlet on the right hand side, sets off, and we get the ball forward with fast pace, direct passing, and look to get him involved as soon as we can. So a nice patient play, and Dumfries leads to the opening goal in the 52nd minute. We triumph in that match 2-1 against a very good team, and interestingly the possession is in line what we want, 38%, and for a lot of the match we were up against it, but the counter-attacking style paid off. Now you'll notice I kept the mentality attacking because I don't want us to sit too far back. Inter scored 4 times last night, so there is an attacking threat, and as you can see here, attacking mentality aims to exploit space in the final third by employing a fast tempo and more direct passing, so that's what we're going to use. Our next couple of matches, home to Bologna and Apple in the Champions League, we should be looking to win those comfortably. Therefore, we will revert to the original tactic. This proved to be the right move with back-to-back wins, especially impressive in the second one, and in this second one we used a slightly different shape, bringing in a third version even more attacking, taking the central midfielder and putting him out wide. An away game against Atalanta was a good time for us to test that counter-attacking tactic again. And for the record, focusing on Denzel Dumfries as the main creative outlet has paid off, as he's got 14 assists in 18 matches. In this game we got a classic away performance, a 1-0 win. We followed that up with another big win, this time against Roma, with Darmian taking up the Dumfries role and being the main assist maker. We stroll through the Champions League group, qualifying first, which is vital because we really want to test this tactic later on against some of Europe's big teams. So at the minute we're flipping between 3 tactics. We've got the away tactic, we've got the home tactic, and we've got the alternate home tactic as well. I will say this, it's a lot easier to play counter-attacking football with a very good team. Like Inter show in real life, you don't see many successful counter-attacking teams from way down the levels. Another good test here, AC Milan away. And in the Milan derby we got another great win, Lautaro coming up trumps just like he did last night. So this is going well. Now we've got a clutch of games now, Torino, Cagliari, Venezia, Lazio, Monza, that we should steamroll through, so I'm going to use the home tactic for that, and then hopefully we'll have a big team to play in this Champions League. The dream would be to draw Barcelona, and we did what was expected in those games, including an 8-0 win against Torino with Dumfries running riot. It was only Cagliari who stopped us winning with a random 1-1 draw, but news just in, it's FC Bayern in the Champions League, so that'll be a great test of the away tactic. But as it stands, in Serie A we're 8 points clear. After 21 matches, 61 goals, only conceding 8. Flipping between all three tactics is currently working a treat. But now it's time for the biggest test, Bayern away. We're going to this one with a counter-attacking tactic. So away from home we went down to a 2-0 defeat, but we were pretty good, we probably should have scored. And in the home game we raced into an early lead, and it was very much like the match last night where we looked really good on the break. Ultimately we won the match 4-3 but lose the tie 4-5. Even with a big team like Inter Milan, when you come up against another big giant, it's so hard to get counter-attacking to work, so hard. This was close, we nearly got back into it and we jumped to the home tactics, but we weren't quite good enough. I mean, we're killing it in the league, we might as well see this through, but disappointing, we just can't totally nail the counter-attacking, despite using it quite a lot in Serie A, and our away record is second only to AC Milan. Looking at the league schedule, there's not long left to go. We'll probably use it against Roma away from home a couple of times, and let's see how we do. Might even use it at home to AC Milan. Well, we did use it away at Roma, and despite giving away quite a lot of chances against them, we took ours and it ended 5-0. For the home game against AC Milan, I reverted to the home tactic and Denzel Dumfries did what he does best, as we smashed them 4-1. We also added a Coppa Italia win, and in an incredibly impressive league campaign, we finished with 103 points, scoring 109 goals and only conceded 17, which is one of the best I've ever done. A monster season from Denzel Dumfries with 24 assists. Tactics A, B and C came up trumps, and Tactic A, we don't really have a natural player to play there, so this could be even better. As for the counter-attacking challenge, yes, I'll use this again, but I need to find a real good one for success in the Champions League.